but he's the one wearing real velvet. So, who's more powerful? And don't even ask about the wives. If a woman married a baron in one country, she might become a baroness. But in another, she'd need her own bloodline of nobility to hold the same title and could be referred to by a completely different rank altogether. There's a story, probably exaggerated, but charming, about a banquet in Vienna where 6 barons got into a heated debate over whose title had the older charter. One baron stormed out after realizing his family's barony was created in the 15th century, not the 14th as he always believed. The insult? Unforgivable. Then, of course, you have courtesy barons. Now that sounds polite, maybe someone who holds the door open at noble assemblies? But no, it just means a person, usually the eldest son of a higher-ranking noble, who uses a lesser title until he inherits the big one. So, a baron who was actually a placeholder earl. This whole time, you try to follow the order of seating around the table, because yes, even that was dictated by title. The highest-ranking noble had the chair closest to the host. Then down the line, dukes, marquises, earls, viscounts, barons. Except sometimes, a lesser noble with ancient blood could outrank a newer noble with a shinier title. Or one region recognized a title that another completely ignored. A Dutch baron could be considered higher ranking than an Italian count in some circles, and totally irrelevant in others. Imagine getting demoted mid-soup. Even the title of baron itself had no fixed spelling or pronunciation. In France, baron. In Italy, baron. In the Ottoman Empire, no such title existed, so they just sort of guessed when translating European rank. And in Hungary, barons had an extra prestige layer known as magnates, if they belonged to the higher nobility. You're beginning to realize how this chaos wasn't an accident. It was designed by tradition. Centuries of ego building and regional tweaking turned noble titles into a kind of self-replicating maze. Everyone wanted their family to seem slightly more important than the next, so they layered, added, embellished. And that led to the most noble of all noble pastimes, title inflation. Suddenly, it wasn't enough to be Baron of Windermere. You needed to be Baron of Windermere and hereditary keeper of the Westgate Bridge. Add a ceremonial role? Great. Invent an old family story where your great-grandfather once spoke to a king.